Hi, and welcome back to another video of LunaCraft. And in today's video, I am going to show you guys how to decorate a candle shop. So as you can see behind me, I've gone ahead and built the candle shop. So we're going to take a quick tour. I still have a little bit of work to do to bring the road down to it, but so this is what it looks like from the front. It is regular calcite and calcite bricks. The calcite bricks are brought by the... Oh my goodness. I always forget what mods I'm using. It is bought by the Pyrite mod. The same with the bricks on the roof. And then it's also just using different types of spruce wood. So let's go in. So here is going to be one of the work areas where they dye the candles to make them different colors. There we go. Out here, obviously, is the little market area. So this is where the main vending will take place for people who want to buy candles. Basically, if you want a custom candle or you're a worker, it's the only reason you'd be in this part of the building. Got a nice high roof. I don't know. I just like high roofs. I don't like feeling like I'm closed in. And out here is going to be the area where they're going to be melting down the candles. So let's get started on there. So for that, I'm going to use a honeycomb block as the wax in the solid form, and then a honey block for the wax that has melted. And come here, I'm going to grab a chiseled deep slate trapdoor, but you can use any trapdoor you like. And grab a fire and a shovel. So the first thing I want to do is place my campfire. So let's see. I kind of want it to be a big vat. So I think something like this. And then we're going to put like the honeycomb up like this. You can see we still have smoke coming through. Pop down the trapdoors. I'm going to imagine they make a lot of candles, so we're going to have the big bats out here. It is obviously fenced off for safety reasons. You don't want people just wandering into your work area, particularly with hot liquids around. Yeah, I don't know why I put the shovel in here. Don't need it. Ugh. The sound of the honey blocks is just so weird to me. And so here is like the melted down version of the wax. Over here, we're going to make a stack of the wax where they get it from. And I do want to put coal over here. So I'm going to come to the crate delight mod, because obviously you need something that's going to heat the fire. I'm going to just use the bag of, it's actually gunpowder, but to me it kind of looks like coal. Actually, I'm going to move that to the other side. Switch that around. It's going to be a tight fit with the honey blocks, but of course I shouldn't be standing on hot honey, should I? So there is our honey. I'm going to put up some tools. This time I'm just going to use an item frame to do that. So, like, I would imagine they would use a shovel for that. And I'm also going to get shears, because that's what, I have a data pack that lets me clip them and turn the item frames invisible. So I'm going to put one there, maybe 2 there. I think the armor stand mod keeps them their regular size, and I really don't want that. I kind of want the tools of the trade. So there we go. Or maybe we should also do pickaxes, give them something to break apart. The honeycomb. So I'm just going to grab a stone pickaxe. Put one there. And let's see. Let's put another one like over here. Oh, let me put it low because of the fence. Okay, so we just do it like that. And we'll have it hanging this way. And so here is our little brewing area. I'm trying to think, I think it would be kind of cool if we could look like we're lowering a honeycomb into the fire. So I'm gonna grab a chain. I mean, you wouldn't use rope for this because obviously the rope would burn up. Just don't know if it will stick to... Okay. Wasn't sure it would stick to the fireplaces that I used for the roof. I'm going to bring this down quite low, just to be sure that it's going to go into the pot. Oh, we don't want that. We want the honey. I can say that it drips into the pot. Okay, so for the next stage, we're going to come into here, which is their prep area. I'm going to add something because I think, oopsies, they would have an area where they would have like the candles drying after they molded them. And once again, I'm talking with my hands and you guys can't see me, so go me. So let's see, we're going to grab some red candles. I think I already have some in my inventory, but yes, I do. So the candles I'm pulling out now, like the skull candles, are from the Halloween data cutting stone data pack. Once again, all my data packs, resource packs, and mods are included in the description, along with links to them. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these fancier candles to put out. So let's, we got 2 there. I just want them to look like they're drying. Yeah. Let's alternate. Okay, and so here we're going to have a little work area. So I'm going to knock this part out. I'm going to go in and I need a little bit more honey, so I'm going to run outside and just grab some honey, making sure I'm not getting rid of anything that I need. There we go. We're going to do the same again with the blocks. I lost my brain for a second. Not that. So I'm going to grab some spruce wood, because it kind of looks like the honey's going to leak out, and don't want that. Pardon my bad spelling. So we're gonna have it, it looks like that this is the table where the candles are being molded and dyed. So I'm gonna do white candles for the moment. If I put them in the right inventory. Put one there, maybe 3 there, 4 there, and okay. So now behind here, I am going to put a whole bunch of dyes. I do want to try something. I don't know if this is going to work, but I have seen people say that the campfire fits really well. Not the campfire. Well, the bottles fit really well in the campfire. I don't know if this will work on a table. Looks like we're trying to burn the place down. So I'm going to come here, back into my inventory. Don't always remember to do this, but I try to prep my inventory so I can go a little bit quicker when I'm decorating. So, did it again. And while I'm here, I'm going to also grab and throw in some bottles. So these are potions, but they'll be great for colored dyes. Okay, so it looks like it's going to work. I just wasn't sure if the armor stands would stand on them. First, I'm going to click on this one. And let's grab and put 2 potions in his hand. And they do have something that lets you set it on like an item. And in this particular case, it did not work too well, it looks like. So let's pull him up. So sometimes you do have to make adjustments. And I think we need to play around with his other arm. Okay, yep, I see it now. Kind of have that one sit in an angle. And here we're gonna make this one sit in an angle too, just so they fit better. And now I'm going to jump out for a second. Oops. Just so I can see what I'm doing. And do our little tweaks that we need to do. Okay, so there's one set of bottles. That looks good. There again, we're going to come back. I'm going to do kind of the darker colors this time. And the main thing that goes when it does something like this is not to panic. I have a tendency to panic. Be like, ah! But just stay calm and work with it. So we'll make those look like they're smaller bottles. Oops. I decided to just bring this one down a little bit more. So I am running out of bottles, so let me grab a quick more. I do like to change them up. Let's use the creepy one. The ominous bottle. And just trying to be sure like you don't put 2 colors together, two same colors together. You want to keep it pleasing to the eye. So this time around, we're going to do like a white one and a purple one. just work on moving it around so we can see it. Back and work on this one a little bit more. Let's do our last one. I like with the armor stand mod how much more realistic it looks to me, being able to store stuff. Previously, I would just use the... Oops, wrong one. I would just use item frames, and while that worked for me then, it was also... made them very flat. Did I not? Oh, I did not give him the Animus. Why isn't the... Oh, I'm moving the head. So don't be like me just now and not click the right item to move around. Because I think I gave... Oh no, the ominous bottles there, I think. No. I do want to do the ominous one, so I'm going to take away the yellow. Sorry, yellow. Actually, swap them out like this. So this way we do have different colors. Here, work with this one a little bit. Whoops. So I do want to keep the ominous eyes where you can see them. Okay, and here is our little bottle rat. Oops, sorry. Let's take another look at that before I make you guys seasick. Here is our bottles. And their little rack. Let's see if not totally like vibing how that looks. So I'm gonna try a spruce trapdoor and see how that looks. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. That's okay. Over here is like a little workstation for them. So I'm gonna come back to my inventory. I'm gonna pull out the candelabras, which are brought in by the Beautify mod, and just kind of put them down. You know, those can be like a custom order that somebody did. So we're going to come out here to our selling area, or our vending area, I should say. And we're going to just pull out a bunch of different candles to sell. Some will be lit, others won't be. Yeah, I did have a little piece of honeycomb I was going to put in there, but I decided against that. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of these. Now, I may not use them all, because I do also want to use some of the regular candles. Well, like I said, we'll just spread out the candelabras. Do gotta, whoops, just put it right on the fence. So you got to be careful how they're facing. So let's... Don't think the skull really gives off light when lit, but... Let's have them facing this way. And let's add a chalice. Actually, I think that's drinking. Oops. More than a one you'd wanna light. Okay. Really quick, going to go and get our candles. I'm going to try to do different colors from the ones I did inside. I'm going to do a couple of regular ones that you would just light for every day. Let's do a couple festive ones. And so just sometimes I'll do multiple. Other times I'll just do like a single one, or like you saw there, a group. See, I know I have one of the skulls left. So we're going to do a regular white skull and another red one. I don't want to. Didn't want two skulls that close together. Now let's knock this one out and put that guy down. So let's take a quick look at our completed candle shop. As you can see, for the awning, I used the wool, white and green, and then white and green banners. And then some spruce, some stripped spruce and stripped oak for the flooring. And here are just some of the lovely items that can be made by the Halloween Stonecutter pack, data pack. And then some of our regular candles. And some of the more fancier ones. I'm going to go into the indoor workshop. And this is the area where they're going to dye the candles. So obviously we need a a hot thing of melted wax. I didn't put a fire under this one because I figured they would move pretty quickly about dyeing, dipping the candles in and dyeing them. Here is our dye rack with all the different colors and the potions. Well, the dyes technically, but they are potions held nicely in place. Some of the candles that are drying, and this is where they put custom orders. This you would come into the work area to talk to the candle maker if you wanted a custom order. And out here is where the actual melting process is. So that's just gunpowder brought in by the Crates to Light mod, but I'm calling that oh, my brain just froze. I'm calling that coal. Here's the wax they would use, and the pickaxe is to knock the wax off, so they can hang it up here to melt it in. Here's a pot that's getting ready to start, and shovels to stir and scoop out. Oops, I got lost. Yep, got turned around in my own shop. Okay, this last door has to be, there we go. So take one quick look at it. So this is our candle shop. I do have some more decorating to do. But that is going to just be basically very simple decorations you'd see in any other building. I specifically wanted this video on how you can use blocks in Minecraft to make a candle shop. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and thanks again for making it all the way to the end, and I hope you guys have a great day or night, whatever it is by you. Bye!